Hi everybody and welcome to Module 4. We have two projects in this module. One is on assistive technology, the other one is a discussion on edutainment. The assistive technology project will be due first in this module, so it will be due on that Wednesday Wednesday evening, June 29th, and then the discussion will be sort of a secondary item in the module, and it will be due on Friday, July 1st. So I would recommend that you start hopping in that discussion board maybe on Monday or Tuesday of this week that runs from Friday night to Friday night. So I'd say do the assistive tech stuff first, and then maybe Monday or Tuesday turn over to the edutainment discussion board, maybe Wednesday. And we may or may not have the same person, Jason Garofalo, helping us to facilitate that discussion, but I have invited him back. He does take a lot of intense courses during the summer, and he probably has a lot to do. So we may or may not have him back, but I do hope he will come back and join us because I think that he adds richness, and he does a good job of just modeling good discussing. He's always been sort of a deep thinker in the classes that I've had him in. So anyway, he's been invited back, and if you see him in there, great. Okay, so the two topics, the first one is assistive technology. It's basically this project was actually built based on something I actually read about in a magazine journal called Tech Trends about 6 or 7 years ago. Some professors, I don't remember where, I think they were in Alabama maybe, had created like a web quest to teach their students in a class like yours about assistive technology. And so this project is based on that, and it has been updated. I've used this many times when I taught MEDT 34.1. It's kind of funny to come into Miss Krillhead's version of this class and see that the project persists. I think it's good. Again, it's based on what some other folks have done. They published about it, and they've even updated it, and then I've updated it as well, and I think Krillhead is updated as well. So anyway, I think it's good. It's going to give you, through video and through simulations and some readings, and also through thinking about 3 different students with specific profiles, it will allow you to explore technologies that you can use in your classroom. These are assistive technologies, and not only can they help folks with more severe issues that prevent them from accessing your content, because that's sort of that's like the primary reason, but not only do they help students with some real problems, vision impairment, hearing impairment, but they can also help just everybody in the class. They can help you take a step towards that universal design for learning and making all of your content more accessible to everybody. So don't just look at this as something that's only going to help like 1 out of your 130 students each year. It doesn't have to be that way. This technology can be used to help everybody. A lot of it can be used. Another thing I would say is think about how it could be used for students for whom English is a second language. Some of you will have, well, probably all of you who, if you teach and if you serve in speech-language pathology settings, you will have students for whom English is a second language. So assistive technology can help with that too. So don't just think it's a very narrow band of people. It could help everybody. Okay, so you're going to go through sort of kind of a WebQuesty experience, and you're going to answer questions on a document, and then you're going to submit that to your Dropbox. Again, that's due Wednesday of the module. The second piece is this article on edutainment. I have not read it yet, although I've read the abstract. It looks really interesting, so I'm going to be reading that over the weekend, and then I'm going to be able to come in and hopefully I'll be able to respond like during the session. I wasn't really able to this last week because I was at a conference that was pretty intense until Thursday. And I know the discussion was due the night before. But I did come in at the end and do kind of a summary response. But maybe I'll be able to, I'm going to try to come in and actually respond in an ongoing fashion. So, but I'm really pumped about the article. It's from BJET, or the British Journal of Educational Technology. It is a top journal in our field, and it is one of those kind of like, it's not really a research article so much as it is more of like what you would call literature review, where it's kind of exploring an issue and it's kind of telling you what some of the top research says about that issue, which is, it makes it a very readable kind of article, and it looks really interesting, and I think that it's an important topic. because too often I think one of the criteria that we have for learning is that it be fun. And I'm not sure that that should always be your top criterion. And I know it isn't for everybody, but sometimes we'll rule out important learning tasks maybe if we think it's not fun, and that's probably not good. It may not always be possible to make learning fun, and if you have taught any group, you'll know that what's fun for one kid isn't for another. So that really can't be a major, in my opinion, a major primary criterion when you're designing instruction. If you can make it fun, that is wonderful. That always helps your teacherly cause. But again, I'm not sure you can always do that. My 2 cents before I've read the article. I'm going to read it too, and we're going to see what we think about it. So I would say that it makes sense to engage in that discussion maybe starting on Monday at the earliest. You really don't need to start this weekend unless you are really wanting to hop in there. And definitely get in there, please, by Tuesday or Wednesday to get your initial post and your follow-up. All right, guys, that's Module 4, and I look forward to engaging with you online.